music.
Yeah, we can't play that song, sadly.
I'm doing my best.
You got this, don't worry.
Alright, we are live.
Okay.
I still don't have a mute button though.
Still don't have a mute button. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so last we left off, you had escaped Whitecliff via ship, and you were headed downriver towards the port of New Throne, escaping the city which had just been overrun by Dakani goblinoids, Dulgrims, Dulganauts, remnants of the demon wars, ruled and run by underlords from Khyber who are bound and determined to retake the surface world for themselves, but can only act through intermediaries because they are imprisoned below. And this is part of the mythos that a lot of people from this world understand, is that, there's always that lurking danger below, the demons and the old lords who want to take over the world again. That old shtick. So as we come back, you all are on the ship, and just to remind you, you've been seated in this area near the captain's quarters, near the stairs to the foredeck, or I'm not sure what the deck is, where maybe it's the aft deck. And you have been getting to know each other a little bit, or some have. Some have been talking, some have been listening, some have been wandering off. So I will let you pick up where you left off. I believe Weaven
Oh, sorry.
has
One moment. Oh no, I completely. I'm streaming on my own channel. I'm on the wrong channel. Give me a moment.
okay.
Perfect.
Oh,
Won't take long to switch.
but yeah, we were. There was still Weaven just speaking by himself, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, I was finished because I did my thing.
It's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was 10 minutes.
Long suffering minutes.
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna be 10 more minutes every day as possible.
And I'm actually. We'll see.
And that's your inspiring leader feat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm on the right we're on the right channel now. My bad. Sometimes I forget I have to change the stream key.
Just waiting on the okay from Joshua, I guess, now that I know we can continue.
Oh, I was just giving the okay. I hit the wrong button. So you didn't hear me. Yes, we are on the on the right channel now. Sometimes I just forget to change the stream key. That's my bad.
No worries.
The YouTube archive is complete, though, mind you.
Okay, so in short boat. Anyways, yeah, I guess Weaven would be still like he would be finally coming down from saying some inspiring drivel that means next to nothing, but still kind of inspiring. And we'll now sit down and kind of just wait for somebody else to talk for a second.
And so everybody gets the temporary hit points, correct?
Yeah, everybody gets, I believe, 6. 6 temp HP.
Question. So we haven't had a long rest, right?
Not yet.
Alright.
Nope.
I'm having mine right now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh right, yeah, you're still asleep, but you can hear us.
Yep. So yeah, me, I'm actually gonna talk to Weavan.
Weaving, yeah.
Weavan. Okay. As you just like sit down and now is not you're not like talking like there's nobody else around or whatever.
Yeah.
Soft, are thou finished?
Huh? I am never finished, but what do you mean?
Oh, I was just wondering if you were finished with your speech. It seemed like you were in your own little world, you know?
Huh. I wasn't in my own little world. I was talking to all of you, inspiring with you with my great vernacular and telling you all a exciting tale of what could be if we all band together, a merriment crew such as us.
Out sea. Although I would probably suggest that you inform people beforehand because I don't think most people here actually heard you.
Well, like I was saying, we could be in a merriment band of adventurers, all 4 of us. We all look to be unique, me so than all of you, obviously, but that's just me stating the obvious. But we all look to be important in some shape or form.
I mean that is much true. There is a metallic thing over there. You do have some wings too. Where? How do you get those?
Well, let's just say, I'm here to be a guardian angel of sorts. He just gives us a smile and flips his hair a bit.
And Yalanua will just like approach her hand towards your wings. Can I touch them?
Ha! Bask in the glory of my amazing wings, and he just like lets you touch them.
My. Most soft. Interesting.
I know, they are the softest any wings have ever been.
I think Dowd should have talked about this for the last 10 minutes and more people would have heard.
No. I don't think that's quite true. Obviously, you are all paying quite extensive detail to what I was saying. Of course.
If thou think so. Well, as a guardian angel of sort, as you present yourself, do you have any idea of where this boat is currently heading to?
Well, as a guardian angel, of course I do. Wherever the crew wants it to go, of course.
Which
You see,
is?
well, I'm not the crew now, are them? I'm a guardian angel, not a mind reader. As powerful as I am.
I see. Yellow is gonna stand up, and I can see that there's a map over there. I'm gonna go and see if I can like get there and analyze the map and like listen to the crew talking to know where we're getting. I am proficient in character grapher's tool, so I'm I want to know if I can get some information with that.
Actually, I think, if you want to do that, I haven't said where we were going. Because I did ask where we were going last session.
Yeah, but nobody had the answer, and Weaven was just speaking to himself. I asked him if you know, and he does not, so I'm switching to other stuff as the robot does not respond.
That is true.
So what do you do?
I'm going near the map, and I'm just like trying to hear the crew talking and looking at if there's like indication
Well,
X's.
as soon as you step up onto that upper platform, there's two people manning the wheel, and there's a couple people standing near the map, although they don't seem to be paying too much attention to the map. But one of them sees you, and he's dressed like not quite like one of the deckhands, maybe a little more. His clothes are a little less worn, and he approaches you. Oi, oi! What do you need? What do you need?
Oh, I was just wondering where this boat was headed to.
We're taking everybody down the river to New Throne. New Throne. They can sort out what's going to happen next down there.
Is it a long trip to there, or?
Well, we'll probably get there by tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
dear.
we got about a day and a half left.
Day and a half. And there's rations for everyone on the ship?
Yeah, it's a little tight, but people will all live. Maybe some of you spellcastery types can summon some food up.
I don't have those capabilities, but I found someone who calls himself a guardian angel. Maybe he could do that for everyone on the boat.
Oh, maybe you need to talk to our doctor. Sounds like you got hit in the head.
I don't think so.
That's what they all say before they pass out.
Then I'll get to have a look by the doctor then.
Okay. You do you.
And I'm gonna walk back towards the lower deck.
Okay.
I would suppose Akra would return to the room that we were in just now.
Well, it's not a room. It's just a kind of a corner of the deck.
The corner of that deck is going to be like, has Yalanue returned yet?
Yeah, she only really made it to the top of the stairs right next to you.
Wasn't very far away.
Y'all could hear everything that was said.
My goodness, people are quite rude these days. Well, I
do have to agree there.
Yes, but I was going to say that we were going to New Throne, which is the capital of Cubara, I believe.
Yes.
God, why? Well, I suppose we can get to know each other as we go there. Hello, my name is Akra, as you may have heard. I would introduce myself to Weaven, who was talking to himself earlier.
Akra, nice to meet you. I'm Saint Sir Esquire Reven, the ever so outstanding.
You could see Akra's raising a brow a bit. It's like, alright. Well, darling, where are you from?
Please, no darlings here. Just call me Saint Sire Esquire Weaven. That's all I ask. I'm from a far out land you've probably never heard of.
Really? What's it like there?
Oh, It's extravagant and amazing, beautiful. I guess you could say, it resembles me and how perfect and amazing it is.
And if you don't remember, feel free to ask.
Oh,
Does-
no, I remember.
Okay, cool.
Does that
Wanna make
mean
sure-
that? Does that
I
mean
want to
that
make sure I'm not
everyone?
leaving anybody hanging.
Can I
Does
get?
that mean that's a land where everyone just talks to themselves for hours? That sounds lovely.
Can I give an insight check on Weaver to see if he's telling the truth?
Sure.
11.
Hmm. For no reason, I'm just gonna roll deception real quick.
You can whisper those to me if you'd like to in the future.
Yeah,
He comes from heaven.
I'm a guardian angel.
Well, whatever reason you are away from such a beautiful place is quite amazing, but for now we are headed to New Throne. What were your... I guess, what were you doing in Whitecliff, if you don't mind
Uh,
me asking?
Well, I was, being the ever so amazing person that I am and offering good fortune to those who, came across me.
Really? Is that all you're doing?
Indeed. I mean, what better, use of my amazing powers? Is it not?
Well, I haven't necessarily experienced your, quote, amazing powers, so I don't know.
Oh, well, I can show you, one of my amazing powers. Let me, shed some light on this, and he will cast light. Uh, he will, touch, can I touch myself? Oh, wait, no, larger than feet. He touches, the food that he was eating, and it begins to, like, light up a bit.
Quite
See? Isn't
interesting.
this? This is a work of God, if you will.
That's a
Uh,
that's a pretty basic spell, though.
Tis no spell. This is, just my abilities.
well, I'm sure everyone has their own beautiful secrets and also, their own talent. Let's not, you know, bully this person, but, well, I suppose we can get along for now for the journey as we head to New Throne.
Well, I'm sure we all, can get along swimmingly. All of us, as I've been saying, have their own unique abilities that we all should probably stick together.
Can't. Well, hmm. You, you can
Yes.
see Akuko kind of thinking for a moment. Well, would any of you have a reason to actually party up together? Not to be rude, but I don't.
I think you've cut out, Sapphire.
Sorry. My internet's a bit janky today. Well, I suppose we can stick together for now. Would there be anything you'd like to do in New Throne, any of you?
I mean, as
Hello?
as long as I'm able to continue to ask questions about the whereabouts of my family, I don't mind going anywhere, really. I don't have a clear path of where I'm supposed to be headed yet.
I hope you find that path, darling.
Thank
But-
you.
Now, what about you, Ethan? What will you do once we get to New Throne?
Well, I suppose I will do what I've been doing and spread good fortune around as I go.
Well, what about your dear friend here? She would point to Forge, who's probably still kind of recharging.
I
There's
do-
no
I
need.
mean, yeah, I'm
I,
just leaning against that box and doing my thing. I'm just
Yeah.
resting.
There's no need. I understand him perfectly. I knew from the very beginning he and I were kindred souls. I understand that he too wants to go on an adventure with us. I think it is perhaps in his destiny for us to go on such a grand adventure. I mean, I couldn't blame him because he's going with the ever so outstanding Saint Sir Esquire Weaven, the ever so outstanding.
That's quite
I-
a mouthful, darling. Why don't we just call you Ethan?
If you don't want to say the ever so outstanding part, I understand. You can just call me Saint Sir Esquire Weaven.
That's still quite a mouthful. I'm just gonna call you Ethan if you don't mind, but
Wouldn't that be rude to not call him by his full name of Sincere Esquire Weaven, the ever outstanding?
I
No,
think that might get us into sticky situations if we just need to call him.
I understand, and if you would like to insult my good name, I will allow you to do so. Because I am a very gracious sort of person, I will not take it as something against me, but
No, it's definitely
an
not an
inability
insult.
against you.
Well, I suppose that's it. No, I will rest for today and wait for, tomorrow when we will eventually get to New Throne. So, good night to all of you. And you can see that she unpacks the sleeping bag, I believe, and tries to go to sleep.
I'll try to stay quiet.
I will keep us all enlightened and make sure we're not in any danger, of course. And as you guys, I assume, go to sleep, Weaven will just talk to himself as if you guys were still listening. His voice is a bit more like hushed, just so if you guys want to go to sleep, he's not like waking you guys up with his loud, dulcet tones.
I would probably listen to you all night and talk back. If you're gonna stay up all night, I'm always keen to hear.
Well,
You probably have you probably have a good amount of stories to share, right?
I have a few, of course. But I don't think I'm gonna plan to stay up all night. Just probably until we reach midnight.
Okay, well that'll give me some companion until then.
Well, after 6 hours entirely, I'm gonna be booting back up, so...
That's a long time though.
I mean... It's just like a quarter of a day.
I mean, that's true. But I think for the most part, we all are done with our what we want to say.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, did I not present myself yet?
You had
Why,
not.
of course
mean-
you did.
Oh.
You're a you're a brave adventurer. That is all you need to be.
I'm not sure if brave would be the word here.
Well, you're adventuring by your lonesome, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, whether you see it as not, that is bravery. Not many people would like to do that, even if the situations were dire. I mean, for me, it's a walk in the park. He flips his hair as it blows through the wind. But for people like you, I can understand it can be hard. It's a tremendous amount of bravery for stepping a foot.
It's yeah. It's a lot of work for sure. I guess you can call it brave adventuring, but I'm honestly really not sure about the wording here.
I understand wanting to compare yourself to me, an amazing, brave, handsome, down to earth, humble adventurer such as myself, and comparing your title to mine can be a bit intimidating. But I want you to know, not all adventurers start out as amazing as I do. Some have to learn, some have to work. For me, all I've learned is just through pure, unadulterated skill. He cracks his knuckles.
I see. Well, if we're to venture together, I'm really glad you're part of this then.
As you should be.
Of course.
So as you're talking, it is starting to. It is night. People are trying to set down to sleep. And the more you talk, the more people start to grumble around you. You hear people going, "Shut up! Go to sleep! Turn off!"
I mean, we've been like speaking in hushed tones, I'd assume, when it's getting like really nighttime.
When people are first gonna like shout at us to like can I shut up or stay quiet, I'm like, oh, I really be sorry. I'll try to keep it down, and I'll
Thank
open up
you.
my book and just read it for the rest of the night.
Weaven will like try to do a cool pose and try to stay up, but like 5 minutes after attempting the pose, he's probably asleep.
I've got an important question.
Mhm.
How do you sleep?
I mean, I assume
Are your wings reachable?
Yeah, I guess they would be.
All right. I'll be sitting next to Weaven and probably just like from time to time, just like touching the soft wings.
Ah, I see.
And I'll probably stay quiet until like either Big Robot Star talks or people start to wake up.
Okay. So can we move to the morning?
Yeah.
Great. Morning comes. It's early because there's nothing to protect you from the sunlight as you're sleeping on the deck. The weather is still warm. It doesn't really get cold here in the jungle. And people are starting to rise, and you do notice that there are several individuals, clearly magic users, who have summoned a pretty fair amount of food. It's bland, but it's nutritious, and they're passing it out to whomever wants some.
So I'm probably the first one up, considering.
I'm still up.
You know what I mean. From those who sleep, all things considered. Since I only have 6-hour long rests and not 8-hour long rests, like the other two.
I mean, I think Akra is an elf, so she only needs 4 hours.
If she trances, yeah.
Half elf.
Oh, then
Oh,
No.
half elf. Never mind then.
So yeah, after switching back on and going recharge complete, I would be looking around to see if I could find any guild representatives to report to on the ship.
Oh,
Give me an investigation check.
Thous are finally awake. It's been a while.
It's a 10 with a +6.
As you're looking around, you're not seeing anybody above deck, and you ask, and someone says, "Yeah, I saw some dwarves down in, a deck below. I don't know if they're guild members, but they're dwarves."
Thank you. And I'm gonna start moving towards the door. Just, to get below deck.
Okay. It's easy enough. There's several entry points. They've set up ladders, and the main stairs to the hold are open so people can come and go freely. They're trying to make everything as accessible as possible while on board. And if you look at the map we are on, you do see, as soon as you come down, sitting on a bunch of these crates are 4 dwarves. Look a little bit worse for wear. One of them's got a heavily bandaged shoulder. Another one's nursing a hurt leg.
So will that be over here?
Yeah. And yeah, you do see that they are representatives of. You don't know them well, but they are definitely part of the guild from the holds that are here to mine and procure dragon shards.
Alright, I'm gonna greet
None of them look particularly high-ranking.
Okay, I'm going to report to them as to what has happened in Dwarfish, and ask what they think would be the best course of action for me.
The 3 of them look over at the one who's nursing the hurt shoulder, and he just says, "Hey, look, what I've been told is that we're pulling out. Too much of a risk. We're gonna find a new source. But they set us free. They cut us loose. So it's your choice if you go back to the holds. But Right now, none of us are under contract anymore. So you're free to do whatever you want.
Acknowledged. So I'm moving back up.
Okay.
So-
You head on back up?
I've got a question.
Yes.
Which direction would that be?
Which direction will what be?
Like that, hold thing. More hold.
So you're kind of in the southeast of the continent right now. And it's in the northeast. So it would be by ship, it's a dangerous kind of proposition because it's not too bad getting around the kind of peninsula that Kabara sticks out on, but then you have to go through the Lazur provinces or principalities, which is a notorious pirate stronghold.
Alright, so if I dropped overboard and walked around the seafloor, how long would it take me to get there?
Walking,
Yes.
4 months.
Probably faster if I wait till port. Alright, I will go back to the box and sit down again and just listen to
Well, and
Weevil.
If you tried walking, are you talking about walking through the water around or trying to walk overland to get there?
Just across the ocean floor.
Yeah, that would take you a very long time if you made it.
Okay. Going all, Pirates of the Caribbean in this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
Well, first, for I guess the 10 minutes, I would like to say something inspiring.
So, not to you'll get the benefit of it no matter what, but give me a performance roll.
Okay.
As Weaven is gonna like tell his stories and stuff, can I whistle some like music along with him to like be part of this?
You're scoring his story with whistling?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. You give me a performance roll also. Since he's already rolled his.
Yeah, I rolled a 19, which is pretty good.
Okay.
I don't whistle well.
Despite Yalanue's kind of off-key and not fabulous whistling, because maybe she's a little parched, maybe she hasn't had enough fluid, maybe just the stress of yesterday.
Well, she's not weaving. That's the reason.
Weaven manages to tell a rather, kind of entertaining and inspiring story. And you all get, is that 6 hit points today?
6 temp HP.
6 temp HP for today.
Alright.
Along with a few other people who are eating breakfast near you.
Oh yeah, of course. I care about them too.
But, by the way, which of the three did make the party suggestion?
Pretty sure that it was Accra.
Yeah?
When she's awake, I will say to her, I accept.
Eh?
Completely without context. And I'll just leave it at that.
You can see that Akra just woke up to Forge saying suddenly, yes, I accept. It's like, wait, what? Sorry, darling, I just woke up. What do you accept?
Your proposition.
For?
forming a party.
Ah, that proposition. Well, at least there's one person who accepts. Akra would look at the other two and ask, so are we doing this or to try and,
You don't need to ask the ever so outstanding Weavin. And he
But
just
she
sort of
already
stares at
has.
It's a figure of speech, my friend. I understand that might be lost upon you, as you are not as intelligent as I.
I'm always keen to be part of a certain group. It's always more interesting when traveling this way, at least in my opinion.
I do hope that the result of this party will, fulfill our own goals as well. So, might as well tell all of you why I'm here. I was at White Cliff trying to look for information on a few things for my father. He said that, there are some things that are happening in the background. He feels that there's some sort of evil in this world, so he's asked me to basically look around Kubara and see if there's anything out of the ordinary, like what happened in Whitecliff.
An evil looming around.
Mm-hmm.
For how much time have you been traveling since you were asked this? Or should I say that for how much time have you been traveling ordered by your father?
Well, I would say that Whitecliff is one of the first towns that I have visited for this journey, so it's still quite early. Well, I don't mind to have a few companions along the way. If you will have me, of course.
Of course, you need not ask. I speak for everyone when I say we gladly accept you in our ranks. Oh, I can tell this is just going to be the most amazing party anybody has ever seen.
I'm gonna look at Sinsari Esquire waving the ever outstanding for a moment, then back at Accra. It's always a pleasure to have someone not rude within the party, so of course.
I agree. I'm glad we're all gentle sorts and all
Confirm.
polite.
Well, thank you, dears. Well, shouldn't you have breakfast?
Oh, yeah, someone just
No.
went on and gave to a lot of people. Here, you can have mine.
No, darling, I already had yours last night. You should eat.
Sure. Just gonna put the plate besides me.
Akra would raise one of her brows.
Can I cast guidance on myself and insight her?
Roll an insight check, Accra.
Alright. 20.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious to you that they're not eating. They don't seem to be hungry either. She's definitely not saying something.
As I said, can I roll a guidance and also roll an insight check?
Yeah.
That's one. That's an 11.
Yeah, they don't seem hungry.
Well, alright. Well, I'll get my part of the breakfast. You can see Akra walking towards the people who are giving out food.
Yeah, they're um, walking fairly close to you. You can either flag one down or just walk over a few feet and accept their offering.
Yeah, I walk over there and, accept the food. Talk, thank you for the food, darling. I appreciate it, she would say.
You're welcome. Is anybody in your group in need of healing?
Well, not that I know. I don't think so. She would look back and see, do any of you need healing?
Oh,
Not
apparently I've
fully
got hit on
repaired.
the. Apparently I've got hit on the head.
Oh, okay. Well, come, let me take a look. And they walk over and start
Gramercy,
checking
brave
in.
sir.
What's that? What'd you say?
Gramercy, brave sir. Want me to
Grammar?
want me to write it up?
Yeah,
There you go.
Gramercy. What does that
Oh,
mean?
Oh, is that an expression not relevant anymore? How what's the word for expressing gratitude?
Usually thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. There may be something to this head injury thing. Let me take a look. And they very delicately start just kind of probing through your hair and feeling for any bumps or contusions. And they cast as they're doing that, and you can tell by the necklace that they're wearing that this is a cleric. Suddenly they stiffen a little bit and they're like, oh my, this may be more serious than I thought. Our you I'm afraid your condition may be worse than you know, madam. Maybe speak privately.
I'm just gonna look at myself and be like, Are you sure I'm in bad condition? I don't feel anything really.
That may be what I'm concerned about. I yes. And they lean in and whisper to you, and I'm just gonna DM it to you.
Or
In Discord.
oh, Discord.
And he looks very chagrined as he says it, and unsure what to do.
That is fair. So he whispers this to me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he asks, "Were you aware of this?"
Unfortunately, I am.
Oh, so this is not new.
That is, well, it's kind of new to me, but it's not new.
Okay. Well, that definitely puts my mind to rest. Let me give this a try. And he casts Lesser Restoration, just in case there was anything going on in your head. And he's like, well, blessings upon you, my child. And he wanders off, but You notice he's definitely out of the side of his eye, keeping an eye on you.
Right.
So, he's been very polite and very kind, but definitely a little unnerved.
Okay. Maybe that wasn't the right course of action here.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes, everything is perfectly fine.
Are you sure, darling? He looks quite a bit shaken up.
Uh, well, mostly just people reminding me of my mission and what it involves. But aside from that, it's nothing you all should have any concerns for. Especially you, since our Esquire Waven the Ever Outstanding. You have so much to probably worry about already.
Fret not. Your meager, trifles are nothing to me. It's true, I have a lot on my plate, but I could, fit in a little, desserts, such as your problems into my plate. It is no chip off my shoulder, I guess. Hmm.
Well then, if you at any point have any hints about where would be the where would be the family of the Eladrins in the Fae, that would be greatly appreciated. But besides that, I'm not sure you can quite help.
Weaven, give me a history check.
Okay.
Yeah. You like, well, you realize that the Eldine Reaches are home to very powerful druids with connections across the plains. And if there was any place where there would be a Ladrin, which you know from that history check, are said to have been a people of both the Feywild, the wild plane, and the material plane, that's where they would most likely be now that Sire is gone. You also know that you can find anything in Sharn.
Okay. I'll relay that information just in case, you didn't know. I forgot your character's name again, Adam, sorry.
Yeah, anyway.
She never introduced herself to you.
Yeah, that's also true.
You said you knew her, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
conversation derailed, and you don't even know my name yet.
Yeah.
And anybody who was participating in the conversation could roll history as well
And I?
if they want.
Well,
I don't think it's worth for me to roll this here, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't be as familiar. Forge, you've heard a lot of the same. You didn't know that there were Eladrin so much in the Eldine Reaches. You hadn't heard about that. That they were said to be people of two worlds. And Akra, you're like,
what the fuck
those
is
are
this?
elves, right?
Also, let's see. Yeah.
That's a 10, by the way. I haven't been rolling over a 10, like, at all.
Actual dice, yeah. Weaven will actually start speaking, Sylvain? Sylvain. To, Galanue. and see if you understand it at all.
When you say your first word, well, or should I say your first sentence, I'm gonna cast comprehend languages, and then I'm gonna be able to answer you. But I would have missed the first sentence and answered with sorry, could you just repeat that?
I was asking if you could understand this language.
Yes.
Without the help of magic?
Oh yeah, because it's probably seeable, right?
That and also, it seems Weavin is familiar with the spell.
Nice.
I mean, verbal and somatic components, so it includes
Yep.
at least a word of power and a gesture. So yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Right. Okay. I'm not used to casting spells, I guess. No, I didn't quite understand what you said first in the first place.
Let's retcon that. I'm gonna add Sylvan to your languages, given your background.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Because it would not
That
make
was an
sense.
oversight.
It would
Yeah.
not make
I
sense
mean-
hearing what we've heard to not know the language, but it
Okay,
also
so
could
yeah.
be in your character. Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
that is fine. It wouldn't even make sense. It's just that there's so much languages you can add with character creation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. And because we're just gonna use that as part of the modified attributes.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
All right. Yes, I do understand what you're saying. Where do you want to head up with that?
Well, I was just making sure, because having this language could actually help us if we need to speak to any other fey creatures to get information for you.
Yes, I've been trying to find at least some of them, but as of now, I haven't been successful yet.
And I've reposted the map of the continent in general on Discord, so you can see generally where things.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, we were in Valenar, right?
You were in Kabar.
No, we're in
Oh, Kibar.
Kabara.
Okay, yeah, right. Kibar.
Yeah, you're right below basically the B in Kabar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Josh, when you asked earlier about walking all the way to the Moor Holds, you would have to go all the way around this, and then the Moor Holds don't actually come all the way to the south shore. So you would be walking through all the way around through those islands, all the way around. So yeah, it would take a while.
Yep.
So, okay. And the Eldine reaches are up in the upper left of the map in the northwest. Think of it like, it's a massive forest. Forest and farmland.
All right. But yeah, no, Weavin would just be speaking in Sylvain, just to kind of make sure, one, you know Sylvain, and also that Weavin also speaks Sylvain.
Okay. I would answer back, continue conversation in Sylvain. Well,
What are
do
you
seem
guys
that
saying
you-
in so
It is. it do seem that you're gonna be quite. That I'll be able to rely on you to help me out on the mission. So definitely happy to have you within the group for now, Weaven. Sorry, she would have actually said, "Sin Sir Esquire Weaven, the ever outstanding."
He does a nod and a graceful bow. More like it's a very theatrical bow. And he's like, it is my pleasure, because I am a gracious person.
Thou see. And then back in common, the name's Yalanue, by the way.
Of course, I knew that. He did not.
As this is happening, Akra would look at Forge a bit and as well. What happened earlier? You seem to have finished talking to the dwarves.
For the time being, I was designated a free prospector.
Ah, well, I hope you would enjoy the journey with us as you perhaps find something to do.
I always find something to do. Speaking of which I may be able to assist the crew.
Me, you can go ahead and ask.
I will. And I'm literally going to ask if I can assist the crew.
Okay.
Like, I could help
You
now.
go up top.
I could just cast guidance on everybody who needs it, or I can help navigating, or I can climb the crow's nest to do outlook.
The first mate comes up to you. What were you asking?
I am constructed to assist. I can assist your crew.
We got this. You just settle down and rest, and we've been doing this route up and back for a couple years now. So, we're a well-oiled machine, no pun intended, my friend. So yeah, no, we don't need no help, and we don't need no landlubbers getting under our feet.
Understood. Like, is he in touching distance?
Yes, he is.
I'm still gonna cast guidance on him just because.
Okay. Not that you're attacking him, but roll a attack roll versus their dexterity.
Since I'm using my gloves, would that be an int modifier?
Yes, as artificer, you can use your int for your attack rolls.
Only when using the weapons of the armor, actually.
Are you wearing your armor?
Yeah, it's integrated. I'm barely, basically
It's
can't
your
really
hand,
take it off
essentially, yes.
easily.
So yes.
Oh, that's a natural 20
Okay.
for 26.
So you reach out and touch them and cast the spell. And they draw their sword and go to shove you. But they're not. Oh wait, hold on. They think better of it as they go to shove you, and he's like, "Hey, don't be touching me without my permission, man." And he's got his sword out at you. He's backed off, and his sword is now between the two of you.
Like, I look like I literally do not care. Like, I do not mind that he threatens me with the sword or anything. And, just turn around and leave.
Okay, we're watching you. No sudden moves.
If I could, I would smile.
If I could.
That was quite the encounter you had there.
Yeah, the crew seems a bit jumpy.
I've had a small talk with them earlier, and I think they have a lot on their shoulders currently, and so they might be a little aggressive towards people getting in their circle.
Understandable.
Also, when you come back, Forge, you can now see that there's like Sinsar Esquire Weaving the Everstounding like riding above Weaven Head. And whenever he tries to look at it, he's not gonna see it because it's gonna follow his the top of his head.
Oh, do you think he'll look up? No.
Wait, what is there? I didn't understand it.
Oh, it's literally just it's written above his head. Sinsar Esquire Weaven the Outstanding.
Oh, it's just the name.
Like a name tag in an
Yeah,
MMO.
I made
Awesome.
a name tag for him.
That's brilliant. Does it also have a sprout icon?
Sure.
Because we are new adventurers. Okay, I'm
Also,
probably the only
it's-
guy who plays Final Fantasy XIV, so I'm probably the only one who would get that.
It's written in common too, so everyone can read it.
A sprout icon is like a little seedling
Yeah.
plant thing that's next to the name of new players. So,
I would just see like exactly this token just below the name.
Yeah.
okay.
Uh,
Also, that text is a bit too small to read.
I mean, yeah, because I can only make it 5 feet wide, so I would technically need to put it into a square, but you know,
Alright.
That's fine. We get the idea.
yeah.
Okay. At this point, everybody give me insight rolls.
Insight.
okay. I guess that is a roll we can do, huh?
Am I deliberately trying to incite something, or is it just like a passive thing?
Your passive was enough that you decided to like look around and try to get a bead on everything around you. The people.
So I would have time to cast guidance on myself for this.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's right. I've also got guidance.
Because
Sorry.
I decide to look around specifically, I can cast guidance before doing it.
Sure.
That's a decision.
Okay. Everybody rolled well enough that you all start to realize
That's
the
a
people
21.
around you and the crew that's above you are really not digging you all. They're starting to get really annoyed.
But I'm a support Warmech! What the hell is not to be liked about me?
Hmm.
Yeah, Weaver, what's to not like about him?
Yeah, Weaven says. Oh.
Yeah.
Why do
There-
people not like Weaven? No, he doesn't say that.
People are definitely keeping an eye on you all.
Including me? I haven't done anything.
You're part of this group.
You're stuck
They're
with
really
us.
starting to not. It's clear to them that you all are some sort of adventurers. And with all the talking and the confrontation with the crew, and you've been really the only people going up and down the stairs bothering the crew about things. and some of you were up late talking, and you're just not going to sleep.
I had
They're starting to get
I had a
little
job
frustrated.
until yesterday. Also, so I'm not technically an adventurer. And secondly, I was not bothering anybody. I was asking to help them.
But you did something that angered them, and that's why.
I mean, it's more like Akra's the one who's confused.
Yeah, y'all are
Uh,
starting to realize that if this journey lasts much longer, there may be some more additional confrontations.
Hmm.
oh, they're free to try. I can punch like a motherfucker.
Please don't do that.
Hmm. Maybe it might be best for us to ask if we can take one of, if they have a small ship, and we can set sail on our own adventure.
I don't
They-
think that's a good idea. Can any of you
Well,
even...
I also don't
I-
really agree on this.
That's true, but I'd rather not start a fire with these people. I don't want to kill anybody.
This unit can, I can, drive ships and navigate on sea, but a seafaring vessel might be prohibitively expensive.
Well, it's why we'd ask to borrow their small dinghies, if possible, just so we don't cause any conflict.
Darling, we just need to sit tight and wait until we arrive at New Throne. We don't need to start anything.
That may be true, but that's not how everybody sees it.
Maybe we could just be civilized and ask if there's a place where we could be, let's say, a little bit more divided from the rest of the people over here, so that they would less give us weird looks, as well as let's give them some reasons to look weirdly at us.
I mean,
I could stay in the cargo hold. I do not require food or drink or anything, really.
I mean, considering the looks you've been given from, especially from the upper deck, I think if you actually want to help for now, that might be a good thing to do. I don't think it's really fun though. Let me see if there's something we can do to make everyone's situation better here.
I mean, I have an idea, but it's a last-ditch effort.
Please
I do
speak
not
up.
think blowing up the ship would be a positive course of action at this point.
No, that's not my idea. My idea would just make us friendly for a minute, but after that we might not, or at least I might not be welcomed.
Oh, you mean charming magic? Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea right now.
No.
I concur.
Let me try something real quick.
Darling, we just need to wait until nighttime, if I'm not mistaken. We will arrive not too long. We just need to sit tight and not, fuck up.
That is true. We could just wait until the evening when the ship will arrive at. I have Gate Throne in my head, but no, that's not the name of the place.
No.
New phone.
New Throne.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry in advance. I'm really bad with any names. I'm trying my best, and yeah.
Okay.
Well then, Yellow is just gonna sit down and open up her book, as well as try to take Weave and Harm and also make him sit down.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, all noise ceases. You can't hear anything. You can't hear yourself talking. There's no sound of the ship. There's no sound of the crew. There's no sound of the other people. There is a complete absence of sound. And when you look, as you're looking around, you look up to the deck above you, and there's a crewman looking down, and he puts his fingers to his mouth, and he makes the motion like someone was saying, "Shh." And he backs off.
Can I make like a perception check to see if I can see what we are trying to sneak by?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since everything is silent, guidance has verbal components, I think. So I can't use that. Yeah, verbal components. So it's a flat check. A natural 20, 25.
Yeah, there don't seem to be any threats. And as you're looking around, up on the upper deck, a couple of the crew appear to be laughing. And then when you look down the deck, about 25, 30 feet away, people are smiling, and a couple people have poured out some ale from a keg and are toasting each other and drinking, and everybody seems to be just kind of laughing and having a good time.
Oh, so they basically just muted us.
Yep.
Like a fucking Discord mod who doesn't know when to do his job. Alright. And when not to do his job. Alright.
And after about 10 minutes, the sound drifts back in.
I mean, I don't mind. Watch isn't that talkative.
And as they're going, you start to see it starts to get a little bit darker out. And the person up in the crow's nest, new throne, straight ahead. And within the next few minutes, over the next half hour, you pull in and you dock at New Throne. So let me move you all over to the New Throne map. So, did I miss one here? I missed. I'm not sure. I thought I got all four of you, but it looks like I missed Accra. Let me grab Accra real quick from the other page.
Whoops, that's a bit too big. Oh, I can shrink my token.
There's a token.
Okay. Thank you for bringing it.
Giant
For some reason,
Forge.
I can't grab your token. We'll work that out for next week. So you are now in New Throne. As you're coming off, you see to your left a series of kind of ramshackle houses. Some are driftwood, some are tents that have been like kind of structures have been built around. Some of them are just lean-tos leaning up against other rooms. To your right, there are a series of barn-like warehouses. And you can see there are other ships in dock in port that have been that are offloading and moving things into the warehouses. There are wagons moving things around. People seem to be flooding this direction towards the further into town. There are several making their way into town.
Did Casey just cut out for anybody but me? Or
No,
was
you
that-
you cut out.
Ah, right, my internet dropped. Alright. Yeah, the stream is down right now too. Oh. Gonna have to wait for a moment. Usually it comes
Okay.
back. Otherwise I can
Yeah.
stop the stream and restart it.
Hold on, I need to mute for a second. I have a call coming in.
All right.
Can someone help me and write the name of that town in the chat? Oh, I'm so
Lufa.
bad with names. Thank you, Casey.
Am I glad I started to record these things locally? Otherwise this would be a bother.
Now I can take notes about this.
Alright, the stream is back up.
Okay, well, that's good timing, but unfortunately, my daughter has an emergency
Oh, I hope she's
and
alright.
has
Do you
hurt
want
her.
to cancel? End this here. I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it appears that she has hurt her elbow, injured her elbow, and I'll be taking her to urgent care. So I have to
Okay.
go get her and move her on. So
Go.
I will be
Yeah,
ending
go.
session now. As we get into New Throne, you are all now a newly branded adventuring party together. You've arrived in this new city, so between now and the next session, maybe start bantering around some ideas for the name of your party.
Oh, I got a
Alright.
good one.
I don't think we quite deserve a name for the party yet. I think it's mostly like make a party for now.
We need to fight some doppelgangers so we can call ourselves the Doppelganger Bangers.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
it's interesting because in Drome there is a whole brothel of doppelgangers, so it has a very different connotation in some parts of this world.
Oh no.
Okay, thank you all for understanding.
Alright,
And
see you
I
next
will be with you on Discord as soon as I can be. I'll talk to you later.
No problem,
Okay,
man. Take care of your daughter.
Thank
Take
you, I will.
care.
Okay, I'm personally for